So demand was flat across Europe, and I looked into France, and it appears that French revenue is down because of a problem with Thomas Cook, and Thomas Cook sales decline. And I'm just wondering, how heavily do you rely on other companies for your distribution of products?
So worldwide, half of our customers go direct to Club Med, either through call center or internet, or our own travel agencies, and the other half go through travel agents. This proportion obviously varies according to countries. It's 100% travel agents in Germany, while it is 50-50 in the UK, and while it is about 1/3 travel agents in France, 1/3 through call center, 1/3 through our own travel agencies. And in a way, we have a rather balanced situation compared to tour operators, which usually relies mostly or uniquely on travel agents.
I have a question regarding Eastern Europe. Now that these 10 countries have entered Europe, do you see that as a bonus? And how much money could you quantify the investments that you're going to put in former Soviet or Eastern Bloc countries?
We are commercially present in Russia since the changes in that country, so let's say a few years ago. We are observing growth from Russia, Poland, the Czech Republic, growth meetings for us, new customers going to Club Med. We even have GOs. GOs are the young boys and girls who are animating our Club Med coming from Russia, because obviously as we have Russian guests, we need to have staff speaking Russian. I don't know yet what is the real potential. I have a more clear view on China because there we are operating in a more clear environment probably than in Russia, where distribution is still not so organized. But I think that in those countries and the new emerging countries, for instance, we've just opened a sales office in Romania, are offering new possibilities for Club Med.
You're going to be requiring to publish new financial statements from 2006. I see you've already started doing so, which is fantastic. How does this new way of accounting impact the way your bottom line? How does that impact?
Well, as any company in Europe, we will have effectively to use the new accounting standards. Good news for Club Med is that the impact is positive on equity, is neutral on gearing because we have to put some of our lease into the debt, and has a limited positive impact on operating profit and net result. So, and why? Because we had a lot of land which was valued according to traditional French accounting standards at historical value. And obviously, as Club Med has been in the first in many of the nicest locations in the world, Cancun, Bali, Agadir, Marrakesh, or everywhere, those land now worth a lot of money. And it's because the new accounting standards oblige us and require us to value those at market value that we have the opportunity to improve our balance sheet.
When Accor took 29% of your company, did they put in place a policy or a way of having the first option on raising their participation within the company? I mean, do they have, is there any way that they would have priority over other investment?
No. So Accor has a little more than 29% share of Club Med, both from the Adiali family and the Caisse de Dépôt group. The rest of the share are either in traditional shareholders like the Rolaco group from Saudi Arabia, or Nippon Life, the Japanese insurance company, who is one of our shareholders since a very long time. Rest of the shares are on the Paris Stock Exchange, and there is no special agreement either between shareholders or between anyone concerning this situation.
We're going to the holiday season.
Yeah.
Christmas, everyone travels, fantastic. Where do you see this Christmas the strongest demand?
We are in a world first who has changed a lot and who is going through so many situations, let's say, because of geopolitical situation, because of weather or climate situation, the typhoons in the China Sea, the thunderstorms and hurricanes in the Caribbean. So that the demand is changing, I would say, nearly all the time. What we are observing now is a good demand on ski, which means the Alps for Europe, or Hokkaido for Japan, or Colorado for the US, where we have Club Med. But we are also seeing an increasing demand for Brazil and an increasing demand for Asia. Clearly, Europeans, in some respect, are doing like Americans were doing before, which is going away and far away more and more during winter, while traditionally for Europeans, you were traveling during summer. So there is a shift there. And the shift is more for long haul locations, but also Mauritius, Senegal, and all what is sun, lovely beaches, but not too much jet lag.
Two more questions, one very brief one. It looks like bookings for winter 2005 are up 3.6%. I mean, what do you see for 2005? What is going to make people travel in 2005? What are you doing as a company to launch incredibly sexy products for people to go out, spend money? How are you going to do that?
Well, in showing the new face of Club Med. Club Med is around for now more than 50 years, but Club Med had changed considerably in the last years. Club Med is going upscale. We have renovated 70 of our villages, resorts. We have opened 20 new ones. We have closed 45. So it's a complete change. And we have invested in the last 3 years more than 500 million euros to upgrade our resorts. So now for us, what's important is that everybody knows that Club Med is the unique upscale resorts for friendly and international vacations. We will launch a new advertising campaign, which I think will be quite impressive in January. And as we have reorganized our distribution, we believe that we have opportunity to gain share. I hope that the European market will follow what we see on the American market or on the Asian market, which is growth. But I don't know when that will happen. So it's through our own actions, innovation, new image, new positioning, new distribution, that we hope to see growth in 2005.
Dernière question. Okay. Margin or volume?
Value. Value. It's what we have already seen in our figures, as with the same level of sales, we were in an operating loss 1 year ago, and we are in a significant operating profit this year. So we go to value. Why? Because it's what our consumers, our clients want. They want a Club Med which is unique, comfortable, and high level. And it's also because in the leisure and tourism sector, especially in certain world, it's the only way to make reasonable money.
I have to ask more question. I'm dying to ask it. Net, okay, this is the last question here. Net loss of 44 million. You had a net loss forecasted by a Reuters poll of 22 million. The consensus estimates. When will we see Club Med in fully positive green numbers?
We have a clear objective, which is to achieve around 100 million operating profit in 2006, which obviously will be a net profit.
Fantastic.